Hello, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to make sure I get myself up here and take a sip of water because I am very thirsty today. So, it is Tuesday, not my normal, but here we are. And there I am. It finally came up. Apparently there's like a 32-second delay. Hello, Verna. How are you? Okay, so I wanted to point something out, y'all. I'm super excited. Do you see anything different behind me? I'm in a whole new room in the house. It is bigger. This room is probably twice the size of, maybe not fully twice the size, but a good bit larger. And it also has a much larger closet. So I finally have room to put everything. I have room to cut class packets. I have room to sort things. And of course, now I have like a whole table that I can designate just for my cutting right here. That it was kind of a multi-use class in the other room. So I am super excited. I still have a lot to get organized. As you can tell from the closet, everything's kind of piled up in there at the moment, but I had to make sure, and the trash. I've thrown a lot of stuff out that was not usable. Goodwill has gotten a lot of stuff too. So anyway, hello everyone. Hello Deb. Hello Susan and Sharon and Linda and Kathy. So I'm super excited. We had to get it done in 2 days, so I'm tired, but that's okay. It will be well worth it in the end, because y'all know I'm an organizational freak. Like, everything has a place, and so now I have room to put everything. So yay! Okay, in the whole scheme of all of that, I did forget to draw a name, so I will make sure to do that afterwards, and then I will have a prize. As a matter of fact, let me just grab one here. We'll grab two. All my prizes are up there now. So we'll grab two. We've got a heart embellishment, and then we've got these resin stars embellishments. So we'll have one winner for both of these items. So just make sure you comment, you share, and you give that big thumbs up, and I'll put you in the drawing for next week. And then I will draw a name after we get done for last week's. All right, I'm going to put you down on the table. We're going to get started. We are going to play with the Cutest cows tonight, which, this is right up my alley because it's the country theme. So I'm really excited. Oh, yeah, probably so, Sharon. I try to wait a few seconds to start talking, but for whatever reason, I think YouTube Live is now like even longer of a delay, so sorry about that. Okay, I had to swap everything too, so let me make sure I can still do this without causing a huge ruckus for everyone. And let's see, there we go. Let me get you straight here. Make sure we're all good and go. All right. I'm thinking I'm going to have to probably move my light a little bit, but we'll adjust these in the weeks to come. All right. We'll move that to right there. And so here's our bundle, the Cutest cows. I love the Cutest cows because it has the punch, which is so easy to do if you don't want to have to cut a bunch of things out, especially with all these little pieces. Now, the downside is that if you use and you want to cut all these little things out, you can, but you'd have to fussy cut them out. So, or as Michelle likes to say, fussy cuss them out. So, but they're not that hard if you have to do that. All right, so here is our first card. This one is definitely very country. I, of course, could not get away from the gingham. I had to use the gingham. It is spectacular because it's, well, it's glorious, which is the name of it, right? So it's glorious gingham. And I felt like the pecan pie was just really the best for that country feel. So let's make this card. And it's going to probably take me a while to get everything swapped around. Yes, Deb, I do have the glass mat, and you know, it's just been sitting on under everything because, yeah, well, it has just been sitting under everything. And so finally, I've started using it, and I love it. So, yep. I never thought I would like a glass mat, but I do. Surprise, surprise. All right. We're going to take and just adhere our glorious gingham right to our card front. And this is going to take up the whole card front. So we're just going to put a little bit around the edges and through the center. And we'll put this right on our front. And we'll stack it. Make sure it is good and down. Thank y'all for the likes and the shares. I truly appreciate that. All right, so now we're gonna take our card base, and of course, what goes better with country than linen thread? My favorite. My favorite. All right, so we're just gonna wrap it through the inside here. And then we're gonna tie a bow down here. I'm gonna make sure my fingers are working. It's like they're on vacation. The blog post should be up. It should have gone live at about 6:30. So all the measurements are there. And then a list of all the products are all right there on that blog post so that if you want to recreate these cards, you have the ability to do that. All right, let's grab some scissors here. And we will cut right there. All right. And then we're going to put, actually, let's do our stamping first. Because if we do our stamping, then we are going to, then we can put the white piece onto our stamped piece onto our scallop there. All right, so for this one, we're gonna do our sitting cow, which is this one. And then we want, not that one, we want the other one, because we want them to face each other. And then we need this cute little head. And then we need this cute little head. That one right there. And then we'll also need to do our grass. And I put these cards together a while back, so I forgot to put the stamps back on blocks, but it's not a big deal. My blocks are right here beside me. And then we need our sentiment. So our sentiment is going to say, the little things you do make such a big difference. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. The grass is 5, and then the other head. All right. So we'll flip those over. And let's stamp our grass first. That will be the easiest to stamp so that then we can put our cows up on top. All right. And we're going to stamp it all across the bottom. And what I'm going to do is leave just a little bit of white on the bottom like that. And then we're going to go up a little bit higher. And then we're going to kind of do it like this. And the reason is we want to kind of make it look like it's got some layers going on. And that it's not just straight across. And then we're going to come back through and kind of fill in that white space like that. Okay. All right. So then we got that. And next we want to do our pecan pie. And I'm going to grab a chamois. Just going to get that off there. All right. And everything else is going to be stamped in that pecan pie. So we are going to do our sitting cow. And we're going to put them right there on top of the grass, maybe a little bit in the grass, like that. Okay, and then we will do our standing one right here. And on our scratch piece of basic white, we're going to do our big head. This is the one we'll be able to punch out. Let's add this one right here, like that. And then let's go ahead and add our sentiment. We probably should have, I probably should have put the sentiment on first, but we will make it work for sure. Plenty of room up there. Okay, now let's pull in our blends and let's start coloring. So we've got petal pink, light and dark petal pink, and then light and dark pecan pie. Those are the best color. The pecan pie is probably one of my favorites for these cows. I think it is the perfect coloring blend. All right, so we're gonna do the dark. We're gonna color this one first. And we're gonna go there. And then we're gonna do the light. It does, Deb. I feel like, because I've been playing with stamping with the glass mat for the last 24 hours since I've been in here. And I really do feel like they stamp better. I did use it during my team meeting a couple weeks ago. And because obviously just to show the team the different things that you can do with your glass mat. But it was photopolymer stamps and it seemed to work really well that night too. So I'm loving it for sure. Okay, we're going to take some petal pink and just do the inside of the ears. And I think that's all I did. Oh, yep. Let me get the udder down there. And then we'll go ahead and fill in our petal pink since I've already got it out. We're going to do dark petal pink here. Now, I did re-ink my pecan pie. So I feel like I have an ombre going on. I don't think I did very well with it. Re-inking. So, okay, and then I added the petal pink to there. And then let's see, we're going to do the horns in petal pink too. All right. Now let's go back to our pecan pie. We're going to do dark pecan pie here for this cow's spots. You know what I noticed? Whenever and we're going to do the tail in the dark. Whenever I'm coloring and I'm doing lives and I'm standing, I realize that I like lean over the table. I noticed it in the other room too, but kind of crazy. Are y'all, when you use your Stampin' Blends, do y'all sit or do y'all stand when you color? I usually like to stand when I am stamping. But when I color, apparently I need to lean over. I don't know what that's about. Okay, we are going to take then our light pecan pie and fill in over here. I don't know if I think I can get better pressure. Yes, Verna, that is correct. And you know, you don't, now I love me some grid paper. I really do, but it's another, like, because we all have chamois, it's easy to use this as your grid paper too, and then it just comes right up. So you're not wasting actual paper. It's reusable grid paper, which is fantastic. We're going to do the light down the tail, but then we're going to do the hair with the dark pecan pie. And then we're going to do here. Perfect. And that is all the coloring. So now let's punch it out. I'll see if I can get this little tiny piece. Actually, let's just do my little trick here. Let's do I'm going to grab a Post-it note. I'm going to attach it to the end right here. And I'm going to stick it in. And then we're going to punch it down. Once I get it straight, we're going to, all right, and we can use that later. And we will now take a, what are they called? Stampin' Dimensional. We'll take two. We're going to put one down at the bottom and then one at the top, so they'll just go through the center there. And then we're going to stick it here, and I don't want to cover up too much of our little fun cow right there. So we're going to tilt the head and then stick it right there. Okay, now we will flip this over. We're going to put some Stampin' Seal on it. For those of you who love the Seal Plus, which I love the Seal Plus, it is finally back in. I ordered a whole bunch of them yesterday because I was like, I literally think I have one left, if that. So yeah, I ordered a whole bunch yesterday. All right, we're going to stick this here in the center, if I can get it to the center. Perfect. We'll flip it over. We're going to add some dimensionals. They do. They do. Oh, okay. So a lot of you sit when you color. Yep. Verna, you're a leaner too. Yeah. You know, even when I sit and I'm coloring with my blends, I will like literally lean over. Like I have to get as close as I possibly can to it. Like I can't see it or something, but I can see it because I'm wearing my contacts. Sometimes I even have to put my glasses over. I have like little computer reading glasses or whatever. I will even put those on. So I have the contacts and that in when I'm crafting, depending on what time of day it is. But no matter what, when I am coloring, I'm leaning over. All right, I made that crooked. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, so let's add our embellishments. Now these are a celebration item, and I love these. These are some really good colors, and I think they go with a lot of things. And we're gonna grab take our pick tool, and we're gonna add the pecan pie ones. Let me see where I put all these at. You know, I work hard for that placement of these embellishments, right? No, I usually don't. I just usually stick them somewhere. All right, let's do one more small one right there to fill in that little white spot. And there we go. I absolutely love the cows. Love them. I want to say this was probably either my first or my second bundle that went in my cart when we were able to pre-order, because I love cows. I love country. I love country feelings. Okay, I'm going to pull out, I think I need both of those ink pads again. So I'm going to leave those out. And then I'm gonna move that out of the way, and let's do our second card. So this is our second card, and we're gonna stamp and punch out both. Well, we're gonna fussy cut out this cow, just the bottom part, but we are gonna stamp on scrap paper and do both of those. Oh, thank you, Susan. Hello, Angie. Oh, Teresa, you sit too? Yeah. All right, so let's put this away somewhere. And this little grass piece I love, and if you don't have this bundle, the Sending Love, this is where it came from. But I think we have several stamp sets and several die sets that have this grass part in it, or a grass of some sort, you know, maybe like some hills or whatever. So you can get grass from just about multiple stamp sets. Okay, let's move all this. We're gonna stamp and punch first on this one. Okay, I might not have enough, but we'll see. All right, so now we are going to stamp with some black memento. And so I'm gonna clean off my stamps, and I need, not that one, I need this one, and then I'm gonna need one more. We're gonna do our, yep, that one right there. Okay. And then we're gonna do thank you as well. So let me grab the thank you. I do too. And you know, okay, so when I first saw this stamp set, I wanted to know why. I kept looking at these pieces right here. And let me show you on the front. Why in the world would you have the eyes and the extra pieces there? And then I realized, why wouldn't you have them? Because if you just punch it out of cardstock, this gives you the ability to put faces on them. And then you don't have to like color and do all that stuff. So it is kind of, it's a neat set. Now I didn't actually use any of these, but anyway, yeah, I was kind of impressed with that little extra stamps there. Okay, so let's stamp our cow heads first. I'm gonna grab my black memento. And stamp that one there. And we'll stamp that one there. And actually, let's go ahead and do, we'll do here. And then, oh, nope, I need the other one. And then we'll go ahead and do this one. And look, I might have just enough room. Okay. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and do our thank you. And we're going to put that in the center of a little stylish shape label. And let's just go ahead and we're going to stamp our flowers right back here. And we're going to stamp it as far to the right as we can, but then we're going to leave just a little space at the bottom, and the grass is going to cover it up, which I'm completely fine with, because then we'll put our sentiment there up top. So we want to just make sure to leave enough room up top to put our sentiment. Okay, so let's get to coloring then. And we're going to need our pecan pie and all of that as well. I'm going to move all this stuff out the way. I know, Deb, they always do really good with adding those great, like, little extra additions that you would never think of. That's why I'm not a designer. That's why I just get to play with them. Okay, so for our standing cow, we're actually going to color it with our dark and light pecan pie. So we're gonna make him a brown cow. My husband, you know what? I stamped the wrong one. Yep, sure did. All right, hold up. Let me get a scrap piece. I need the other cow body because that one has the udder and we don't need that. We need the non one so that it'll fit in the punch. All right. So we'll stamp that one right there. Perfect. All right, so that is that. So now let's start coloring. So we're gonna take our dark and we're gonna fill in up here. I was gonna tell y'all, so my husband, to my nieces, he loves to just be silly with them. And we have cows that literally live, like there's a cattle farmer across the street from us. So there are always lots and lots of cows all around, right? And Ben will constantly tell the girls, he'll go, "Where do you think they get chocolate milk from?" And of course the girls will always say, "Well, it comes from the, you know, syrup that you can put in it or whatever." And he's like, "No, that comes from brown cows, just like strawberry milk comes from pink cows." And when they were younger, they believed him. Now they go, "Uncle Ben," because they know that he's just messing with them. But yeah, he still tells them that every time we are in the car with them passing any brown cows. So that's all I can think about as I've colored this cow several times now. All brown. All right. And we're just going to go up a little bit. The head will cover up that space, but just so that you don't see any white, we're going to cover it all up. All right. And then get that one there. And then we're going to do his tail. That's the last little thing I need to do right there. Okay. Then we are going to take the light and we're going to fill in our sitting cow. And this one is going to be white with brown spots or white with chocolate milk. And then let's do our tail and then our little feet. Perfect. Okay, now let's do our faces. So this one here, we are going to do with our dark first. So we're going to do dark hair, dark down the center, and then we're just going to give it some shadows there, and then we're going to just do a little dot and over like that. Okay, then we're going to take our light and we'll fill it in. Oops. Went a little out of the circle on that one. There is a lot of coloring with this one, I know, but it's so worth it. And okay, and then we're gonna do light here. Oop, eek, there. And then that is it for the pecan pie. And then we're going to do our petal pink. We're going to do light. Nope, we're going to do dark on this one. And then let's do light on this one. Okay, now let's do our sunflowers, and we're going to do dark in the middle. fill it in with some light all the way around. I love sunflowers. I think I've said this before, but we have probably about 1.5 miles, 2 miles of sunflower fields that are about 1 mile down the road from us here. And I love when they are all blooming. It looks so pretty. All right, let's do some lemon lolly for our sunflower leaves. And we're just gonna do it all in dark. They're really tiny, so it's not like you can really do a lot of shadowing with them. And it takes just a second to do it. It doesn't take too long to do the coloring of the sunflowers. And one more. Okay. And then last, we're gonna do our leaves, and we are gonna do that in 2 different colors. We're gonna do some dark and some light. And all I'm gonna do is do like half of it in the dark and then half in the light. And then fill these in. I probably could have done some of this beforehand, but I wasn't thinking about how long it would really take me to color them. Okay, so there we go. We got that. And now, so this piece, we're not going to have to do anything else other than put our green grass on it. And so our grass is going to go right about here. That grass is probably a little higher than what my other one was. So let me grab my little trimmer and let's trim off just a little bit. So we're just going to trim off a slight hair of it. Maybe. All right. And then we'll have to trim off a little bit more as well, off the edges. All right, so we're gonna take our Stampin' Seal and we're just gonna run it along the bottom. Then we'll take our grass and we will connect it right here at our corner. Then run it along that bottom. All right, ta-da. And then we'll just trim off this little edge right here. Yep. Don't trim your card though. just trim the extra overage there. Okay, so there we go. Now let's grab our punch and we're gonna punch out our heads first. And let's do our other one. Okay, oops. And then last, we're gonna punch out our body over here. And we're gonna waste some paper, unfortunately, since I didn't really think that one through. And I did the wrong one. All right, let's put that up there so in case I need it. All right. Now you could always save these parts. See, you could put the eyes and the mouth on that, and that would be good. And then you could make you a white cow. All right, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. Okay, now last but not least, we need to fussy cut out this one. And I promise it's easy. So I'm gonna save that one too. So how I did it was I just kind of started over here at the tail and went around, and then this is like pretty much a little straight shot right here. Although when I fussy cut, I tend to have to concentrate really well because I'm a lefty. All right, now here, I'm just gonna go up in a little circle like this. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. And then straight across on his back. And then we'll round that corner and go around our tail. And his tail, the tails that they put on these cows almost look like little flowers. You could take them and just stamp the tail, and you could have a bunch of little small flowers. That's all I could think about when I was looking and stamping and coloring them all. Okay, so now we have our fun little cows. Look at there. You could cut out that little spot. When I wasn't live, I did it, but I don't think it's going to make a difference there at all. Sorry, let me get my hair off of there. Okay, so let's first put our brown chocolate cow, and we're just going to adhere this flat, and we're going to tuck it up underneath our little grass there. His tail is going to hang off just a little bit, and then we're going to put his face on, and it is going to be flat. And we're going to stick that right there. Okay, and then we're going to flip this over. We're going to put some dimensionals on it. I think we'll put 3 probably. Yep. And then we'll stick this one right here. So we will put our face on. And with this one, we're just going to put 1 in the center kind of there so that we can adjust that and lay that right over like that. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to add this to a piece of lemon lolly. And we will attach it. Like that. All right. Now let's go ahead and do our card base now. So we're going to take and fold our card base. And give it a good burnish. And then we're going to take our designer series paper, our DSP. This is from the Sunny Days DSP, and this is the celebration paper that matches the bright skies, which is what we did last week. I love this paper. I think it is so bright and fun, and it works perfect with doing an outdoor scene with the cutest cows. All right. Let's adhere that on there. Stack it like a pile of papers. Make sure it's all good and straight. Okay, now we're gonna take our ribbon, and this is our pool party ribbon. This is in the annual catalog. And we're gonna wrap it around. I felt like it had to have a bow. And I almost didn't put one on there, but then I decided it needed it. And we will tie it right here. Let's see if I can get my fingers on here. Okay. And then adjust that one. Ta-da. All right, that side is actually perfect. So then we're gonna just cut this one off right there. Put my pin back in it. And now let's adjust this. We're gonna push this up just a little bit, so it's kind of even there. We're gonna take and flip this over because we're gonna put it over that ribbon. So we wanna make sure that we put dimensionals on it. And then that'll also help to keep that ribbon down. And 2 more. This kind of has the same, well, I mean, it has the same layout as the first, which is a good layout that you can use and then literally turn around, change your designer series paper, change your stamping images here. You can add, so like on our first one, we did a label die from the scallop contours. And then on this one, we just put it on an actual card piece, like cardstock piece. So you can kind of switch up those and make a lot of different cards, but use kind of that same layout. As you can see, it's still got the ribbons there. So I noticed that after I put it together. So apparently I need to change some layouts, but I couldn't because I really liked it. Oh, good, Angie. Oh, so that means that your order came today. Yay! That is great. I know you were kind of worried about that. All right, let's do, we're gonna do this and this here. So these are just little edge pieces that I'm gonna use so I don't waste them. And we're gonna put one down here on the bottom. And then we're gonna put one up here on the top. Take the backings off. And then we're just gonna attach this right here. We're gonna hang it off a little bit, but not enough to where you need to put a dimensional behind it. Okay, and then last but not least, let's add our embellishments. And these are my favorite embellishments, I think, from the mini catalog. I love them. And there's so many colors that it goes with a lot of different stuff. So we're gonna use this one up here, or you could even use these are actually the pool party ones, but this is, I think it's Lost Lagoon. But anyway, so I use this because I thought it was off enough to kind of show those a good bit. And in the midst of all this, I have lost my take your pick tool. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's see. We'll just use my scissors then, I guess. Oh, nope, there it is. Found it. All right, so we're going to stick one here in the clouds, and then we're going to do one down here. These will also be, for those that are coming to bingo, this will be the embellishment that you'll get in your bingo kit. And then you'll get some ribbon too, but I'm not going to tell you which ribbon you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right, and there is card number 2. And let me put all of this up, and then we will move on to the last one. And the last one is a country card as well. That is the theme for sure. So this is the last card. Not the same layout. Not the same layout. So I did switch up the layout for this one. All right. And this one, I took and embossed the back piece, and I embossed it with the time warp type, which I think adds a little bit more like country to it as well. I did hear. Yeah, no, we're not doing the cows at bingo. No, the cows won't be at bingo. The cows will actually be, we'll use the cows at the class. So there, your card for class will actually be that, but no, for bingo, we won't be using the cows. But you will be getting those as your, embellishment. I'm just not going to tell you which, ribbon. And I'm actually really excited about the different stamp sets that I have gotten for bingo. The bundles. Some of them are even outside of my box, which is great because I think, you know, everybody likes way different stuff than I like to use. So, so I tried to do a good mix of like fancy and then simple as well. So, all right, we're going to attach this to our card base. Sometimes for bingo, I tend to stick, ooh, I didn't do that very well, did I? I try to stick to, like stamp sets that I like because then I get excited about it, but I don't need to do that. I need to get what I think y'all will like because y'all are the ones winning the prizes, right? And so that is what I did this time. All right, we're going to attach this right here to the center. And we'll place that down. Then we have a little piece of basic white cardstock here. We are going to stamp our little chickens and rooster on it. And let me just grab some more. 2 and 3. And then special day. I couldn't go without using these cute little things here. I felt like they are overshadowed with the cows because the cows are so stinking cute. So, all right, let's stamp in some basic black. Class is fine too. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad. I actually have one more card to design for class and I'm struggling with what stamp set to use. I may go back to the annual catalog for the last card. All right, so we're gonna stamp that there. And then let's do our, oops, that's really loud on the glass mat. And then we'll stick this one right here. And then we have to do the baby chick right here in the center. Ta-da! All right, so let's do dark Calypso Coral on the top up here. And then we're going to do it on the bottom down here too. And then, we're going to do the dark Calypso Coral there and here. And actually, let's go ahead and do our hair up here. And then we're going to do here. And let's just do all 3 of these here. Okay. Then we are going to take Dark and Daffodil Delight. Actually, I probably did light. That's okay. We'll just do that one like that. We'll do the other one in light. We'll do our baby chicken light. Okay, and then I may have done those in Lemon Lolly now that I look at it, but that's okay. We're going to stick with what we got. I don't think it's bad. And then let's do light Calypso Coral. We're going to do light Calypso Coral here and here. And then all along the body. Okay, then we're going to take some crumb cake. And we're going to take the light crumb cake, I think it is. And we're going to do this. And what I wanted to do was kind of mute this down here a little bit. So I took the crumb cake and just went over, and it kind of muted it a little bit. Then we are going to take the dark petal pink. I used, in my sample, I used pumpkin pie, but we're just going to use what I got right here in front of me. I don't know where my pumpkin pie went. And we're going to add in their beaks. Okay, so that's all the coloring. Now let's take our sentiment and do our special, it's your special day up here at the top, right there. Okay, then we're going to take and adhere this to a stylish shapes stitched square. Say that 100 times. Oh, are you, Susan? That is awesome. My husband and I live in the country. We are very much in the country. And we have lots of animals around us, but we currently own none other than our dog. That is it. That's all we've got. I would love to have like a self-sufficient farm, but my husband grew up with a granddad and on basically a farm. They had lots of horses and they had chickens and they had goats and they had all that stuff. And he is not down for that anymore. Not down for it. I think he had to help a lot growing up. So, which is fine. We'll accept that. We do have a church garden, so we do help with that a little bit, but I kill everything, so they don't really like me to help much other than covering up at night when it's really cold and taking it off. So, and making sure the water has been watered, which I can do. All right, so this now is going to go on our card front, and what I want to actually do is put some adhesive on the back of this piece and attach this first. So we want to kind of figure it all out here together. So if that's going to sit right about there, then this is going to come right about here. Let's move it down a little bit. There we go. Make sure it's straight, and then we'll adhere this right on over it. Okay, then we'll tie our bow, and this is the wavy trim. I love this trim. I've used it a lot lately. And we'll tie the bow. We're gonna make it a little smaller than what we normally do. Maybe if I can get it to lay flat, that would be great. There we go. All right, so, I don't know what's going on. Hold on. It is not liking me for some reason. Let's go the opposite way. Let's go over the thumb. There we go. Oh, maybe. There we go. All right. Then we're going to make it small, pull it just a little bit smaller. There we go. There we go. Sometimes it takes a minute. And then we're going to take some glue dots. And I'm going to put 2 just because it is a thicker little ribbon. And we're going to stick it right there. And then last but not least, let's add our little embellishments. And I saw these in the catalog. I didn't necessarily care for them, but I did a training with Rhonda Wade, which I do all of her trainings, but she does like some extra like convention trainings. And this was part of our packet for those, and I have fallen in love with them. I did not realize that I would like them as much as I have. So I have lots of projects coming up that will be using these. And now I have more packs on the way. Because, you know, I never thought that I would need a clear, shimmery, fun embellishment. Oops. All right, we got that one there, and then let's do one more right here. Ta-da! And there we go. There is card number 3. Now, later this week, let me pull in all 3 of these cards. Later this week, though, I am going to have an additional project for you this week. I haven't for the last 2 weeks, I don't think, because I've had events all week long. But here are 3 cards. On Thursday, I will have a video put up that will include how to make this milk carton. I will also do a quick blog post on it and a quick video, and my blog post will have the tutorial. This doesn't have the measurements on it yet. I just have to put the measurements on it, but this is what you will do to make the box, and we will make that little milk carton later this week. I don't know if I will go live yet. If I do, I'll probably go live on Facebook, or I will just post a video that will show on Facebook and then as well as YouTube. So that is our cards for tonight. As always, if you use this host code, you can get the make and takes, and your order is $35 before tax and shipping. And use that host code, then I will send you the make and takes for all 3 cards. So you'll get 3 cards in the mail to make. If you place an order of $75 or more before tax and shipping, then you'll also get the make and take for the little milk carton as well. I always like to add in that little extra for you if you place a larger order. The other thing I want to remind you guys of is Club. Club uses the Bright Skies bundle, which y'all know I love. The Bright Sky bundle, and these are the 6 cards that are part of Club. There's a link in the description of this video that you can click on that'll give you all the information for Club. Club is $45. It will include products. So you'll get a pack of embellishments. You'll get half a pack of the celebration paper. You'll get both of these ribbons here. You will also get a sheet of the adhesive strips because you'll make a shaker card. And so you need that in order to make your shaker cards. And you will also get a full thing of the loose silver sequins for your shaker card. So it comes with a lot of stuff. It is $45 for Club. And again, you can check out the information on the link in the description of the video. And I think the only other thing I have, no, 2 other things. The glass mat I did want to talk about real quick. The glass mat you can get if you join Stampin' Up! Right now. Again, it is wonderful. It keeps your area clean, as well as if you see some I have a little tip that I'm going to share later. I've shared it before with some blocks and stuff, but you can use, I'm going to tell you the little tip now, but I'm going to do a video on it and share it with you guys. You can use some hand sanitizer and get off any of your little sticky pieces if you get adhesive on it. So, but you can get this right now for free when you join Stampin' Up! And I would love for you to join our team, the Stampin' Divas. We have a great fun time together. Lots of benefits of joining our team, and we would love to have you. If you have questions, you can always let me know. And then the last thing that I wanted to tell you about was, don't forget that bingo and my live class, my in-person class, is in Winnsboro, South Carolina, and the deadline to register for bingo is January the 31st. Bingo is on February the 3rd at 1:30. So make sure if you want to join in for that you get all the information, which is in the description of the video. All right, everyone, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining me as we enjoyed making some cute little cows and some other farm animals. I really enjoyed this set and hope I will get to use it a little bit more as well before the catalog expires. All right, everyone, have a great night, and I will see y'all next Monday. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but I don't know. I have so many things and my mind is at a blank on which one to use. We actually might do paper pumpkin because I did get paper pumpkin in today. So we might do some paper pumpkin alternatives because I haven't done it for the last 2 months. So probably need to get on that with y'all. But anyway, hope you have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to getting all of this out to you for this milk carton as well. Bye, everyone.